So we are here in Buena Vista, Colorado. We're going to be here for a few days and we're going to be able to find a few things to do, hopefully.
Oh yeah.
Well, hey everybody, I'm Bill.
I'm Elizabeth. Live simple.
Live free. And we are here in Buena Vista and we are with some very good friends of ours, Jim and Diane. So we've known them for decades.
Oh, way back.
They live in Colorado Springs and they came up here to meet us in their rig, and we're RVing together for a few days.
It's so much fun.
And
Yes.
so on this video, Jim is graciously, see that thing, that machine back there? Agreed to take me out and we're going to do some four-wheeling. I expect it's really going to be fun. And then after that, we're going to St Elmo.
St Elmo.
Yeah, a ghost town.
A ghost town.
Yeah, well, it used to be a ghost town, kind of. It's now more touristy a little bit, but
Okay.
great buildings.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
We have
Several
been there.
times.
Okay, yeah, we haven't, so this would be kind of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lots of fun.
Yep. So come along with us. So here we are at our starting point. It's always interesting to me how he gets that thing up there. He says he's got ramps, he just drives it up. We'll see how it works. So, we ready?
We're ready. The adventure begins.
Let's do it. Wait, we're going the wrong way.
More exciting that way.
Looks like this is where the road starts to get a little rougher. We've been in high gear and Jim just shifted down to low. I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
get out here.
Okay.
Right here is a beaver dam. Right there, making a lake behind it. That's pretty cool. We're going right below this beaver dam. Yeah,
Like that?
yeah, like that.
Sorry about that.
I don't think I'd want to take something that big up this road. This is the main road. It's not that rough compared to what we've been on. It seems to me it's a bit rougher than I would want to do with a big Class C like that. Just smiling at me. Should be good. I can just take it.
Like that. How's that side look over there?
You're good on this side.
Seemed like it was, the front end was scooting over just a bit.
Well, Jim, man, thank you so much. I had such a blast.
It's fun.
It was
It's always fun.
It was unreal. I was amazed at the suspension. Sure, we got jounced around a lot because the road was really rough, but I was expecting some sharp things, and it just didn't. It was smooth.
Yeah, it was very sharp before I widened the suspension. So
Okay.
Made all the world.
Yeah, it was. I was amazed at how smooth it was. I enjoyed it so much. I could see myself buying one and buying a trailer just to bring it out here and ride it here once a year.
Yeah, yeah. Well, in Virginia, you could. In the summertime, it's a toy. In the wintertime, it's a tool. I put the snowplow on it. If you're in Virginia, you might be able to use snowplow once in a while.
Yeah, but I don't do snowplow anymore in Florida.
Sand plow.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much, man.
You're welcome. Had a blast.
Just so you know, the camera is rolling.
Okay.
Just ignore it.
Just ignore it. It's yummy. Very yummy.
So,
I'm glad
dear
you're
one.
enjoying it.
So, dear one, what are we doing right now that
We-
we've never done before?
We're having company in our trailer, in our RV. It's not a trailer. We're having company in our truck.
We get to be the first company.
You are the first company. We cooked in here. and we're actually serving a meal and sitting in our RV to serve, and I'm very excited about that.
It's very cozy,
It's very cozy.
but we fit.
And the temperature's staying nice. I think even with the cooking.
That is
and,
great.
Yeah.
That's a great job.
Here you go, sweetheart.
And we are having chimichangas, Elizabeth's famous recipe.
Famous homemade chimichangas.
And we do have a video about the chimichangas. I will put it as this end screen so you can see it.
Wow. It's really good. Really, really good.
Okay. I know you wouldn't just say that. I see the light in your eyes. I've loved sometimes when people are like, they're being nice, they're taking a bite like, and then they go,
I start off with just a little sampler. If I add more, I wouldn't add more if I didn't like it.
Right.
What a beautiful day on our way to St Elmo. Antelope right there in the field. The Collegiate Range has 14 mountains over 14,000 feet, and they're named after colleges and universities. This is Mount Princeton, 14,196 feet. So we are now in St Elmo, which was a mining town and apparently for a long time was a ghost town, but now it's kind of been reoccupied. That's the general store right there. It says we've got St Elmo swag. And this is the main street. Apparently a little bit further up and over there, there's a bunch of houses and stuff, and these buildings are all, I guess, privately owned now. And there are some people who, this is their summer residence. They actually live here. Beautiful place up here in the mountains. We had quite a beautiful drive to get here. Lisbeth, what did you think of the drive on the way up here?
Oh, it was. We've seen so many beautiful drives, and that's up there with the beautifulest.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous.
Always fun. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
So this is the general store, and it's very modernized. It's the old building, of course, but Diane was saying, you know, back in the day, they probably didn't sell St. Elmo t-shirts and things like that, like they have here now. This is probably full of all kinds of, well, not only food supplies, but, you know, mining supplies as well.
When I was back here the first time, it was in 1974, my family came up here, and the general store that we're in right now was here, and it was being run by an old prospector, and he took us on the Jeep trail that the guys are going to be going on later today, and he took the Jeep trail up to the mines, and he would cut out rocks and stuff, and he'd bring them back and he'd sell them right here in this general store at the time. So
Did they have t-shirts in the store?
I don't think they had t-shirts back in those days, but he had all kinds of little old stuff, lots of interesting old stuff, antiques.
So I guess when Diane was back here in the 70s, this was a true ghost town. Everything was vacant. Now it's been kind of rejuvenated. Some people live here, and the general store, as you see, is now a commercial thing. This is a guest house, a hotel, where you can actually spend the night up here, but apparently this is not original. This is a relatively new building, but it was built in the old style. Bunch of true old antiques for sale, hand pumps, an old wagon. This wagon's actually for sale. Old wash tubs. Here's a little wagon. Across the top it says Miners Exchange. Colorado's most original ghost town.
Wouldn't that be awesome to have the video?
You feeding him, baby? Just grab her hand. Yeah, just grab my hand and pull it down like, hey, one of those.
So this mercantile is now a private residence. They've got a false wall in there so you can look in the windows, and then the house is the residential area is behind it.
Oh, that's so cool.
You gotta get a picture of this.
That white building over there is the old schoolhouse. Fire department. So we've been mostly here on Main Street, but all back behind in here, off in the distance, there's houses in through there. And apparently at the height of the population here, there were 2,000 people that lived in this little valley. And it was quite a drive to get up here, and how they got supplies up here, especially in the winter, is beyond me. But yeah, a lot of these are now, you know, occupied, at least during the summer. American House Hotel Parlor, circa 1882.
Fire started on the north side of Main Street, lighted in the Clifton Hotel and spread west, and jumped to the south side of the street, destroying the entire block. While some businesses rebuilt, many chose to move on to other opportunities.
What was that, a fire? When?
1890. And then down here, another fire struck the town in January of 1898 on the east end of Main Street. Fire hydrants had been installed after the 1890 fire, but the water in the pipes was frozen, so the hydrants were useless. The aftermath of that fire left the town much as you see it today. Wow.
So it was a lot bigger before that first fire.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently.
Well, and they tried to rebuild, but then the one in 98 kind of really wiped them out. Oh, I love these authentic old photos. Okay, this is from the fires in 1890 until 1940. Boy, you can see the devastation.
We are right, don't you?
Man.
Wow. So what makes St. Elmo unique? St. Elmo is on the National Registry of Historic Places with over 38 buildings, most of which were built prior to 1900. These buildings represent the architecture of an 1880s era mining town and the history there. So there are many holes in the buildings on Main Street. I was wondering why it's so sparsely populated with buildings. Apparently it's because a lot of them were completely destroyed during the two fires around the 1890s or so, and then were never rebuilt.
That is so charming. I think it's the town hall. that beautiful roll-top desk. What a beautiful building.
This must have been restored.
Yeah, well, they're saying over here that,
The St Elmo Town Hall and Jail Museum is a work in progress, and it is the desire of Buena Vista Heritage to share this museum with the local community and visitors.
so they're gathering photographs, display items, and memorabilia to just show the old St. Elmo. Oh, that's really cool. This was their town hall.
They had 2,000 residents in this town. I don't see them having a town meeting in this. This must just have been administrative.
Yeah, come in and
Offices.
just take care of things you need to do.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a jail around here too, so who knows what all they took care of in here.
That was probably it right back there.
Yeah, well, yeah, look at that with the bars.
Yeah.
That was probably the jail. Wow. Heavy timbers.
So this is a brief history of the entire town. I'm not going to read this all to you, but the first to arrive says it was in the 1860s. And then in the 1880s, the town was laid out and christened Forest City, but then it was later renamed as St. Elmo.
And there was a population of 2,000 in 1881.
And then the railroad came in, and then mining, the decline. Two fires did much to drive the town residents away. And then down here now, St. Elmo is one of the most intact ghost towns in the West, and most buildings have seen few alterations since they were constructed. All the buildings and vacant lots are privately owned. Here's a little lane that comes off of the main street. This must be residences, I guess, homes.
Maybe. It's all closed. Oh, but look at that spindly. That's all. That's like a porch. Like maybe it was originally open and then got closed.
This was here.
I just want to point out that I don't know what our elevation is here, maybe 9,000 or something like that, because we've come up from Buena Vista, and you've walked all over town without a walker. Look at that grin.
Thank you, Lord.
Yep.
Thank you, Lord. Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
I do not take it for granted.
Yeah.
So here comes Jim. I think he and I are going for another ride.
We have a hat problem.
Take.
So this trail we've been riding on is very, very rough with rocks, and we've been moving along not too much faster than a walking pace in some places. So Jim is letting out some of the air. That should help give better traction and a little bit more cushion, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm at over 20 pounds. 12 pounds is about what we could easily live with.
Yeah. So this is a campsite and there's a wonderful little creek right down there. I don't know if you can see it. But all along this road there are campsites like this, and we're already a couple miles back. This would be just a beautiful place. Load up your four-wheelers with your camping gear, come back here and spend a weekend. Beautiful. So this is an avalanche run. You can see up at the top there's a big bowl where the snow collects, and then it comes down. It probably avalanches down here on a regular basis, and trees can't grow there. So it's still quite rocky, but Jim and I both think it's considerably better since he let some air out of the tires. So we're approaching Timberline, which is at about 11,000 or 11,500, something like that, I'm not sure. Past a guy coming the other way who said he saw a moose in this meadow right here. But she's gone, a moose and a calf, but we don't see them now. That was a serious machine there.
He's just scared of the dark.
Yeah, I guess.
I was busy watching the road. I didn't hear him. I heard him. I never saw him.
He can go faster because he's bigger.
Yeah.
Well, this trail that we're on today is extremely rough and rocky. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not enjoying the ride as much as I did yesterday because it's so rough, jostles you everywhere. Yesterday was so much smoother. However, look at this fabulous scenery. We are now right at Timberline, and this is so beautiful. I'm enjoying this ride so much, even though it's rough. Just to get up here in this high country, absolutely amazing. I'm also experiencing a lot more of the four-wheel culture, just running into so many other people up here. And when I first saw Jim's machine, I thought, this is great, this is a serious machine here. And then I see all of these others that are four-seaters and so much bigger, and they're going twice as fast. And he was telling me he's got about a foot of travel here in the suspension. He said some of those other ones probably have as much as 20 inches or 2 feet of travel, so they can go so much faster over this rough stuff. But this machine, even as small as it is just doing an amazing job to get us up here. I'm really, really enjoying this. So there's that moose we were told about. I can't see my screen at all because of the sunshine. I hope we can see that.
She may be laying down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass.
Look at the size of that hole in the road. You're not going to try that one?
I think I'll pass.
Yeah, okay.
I could go into it easy enough, just getting out of it.
Yeah. Crazy.
I hear there's a moose and maybe a calf over here.
Oh, is there?
You can't hardly see it without getting up on the side here, but
Right.
she's on top,
It's quite a ways away.
150, 200 yards away and laying down, but
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I think that was it.
So we are now fully above timberline. Coming up to the top of Tin Cup Pass.
Razor design boat.
Tin Cup Pass, elevation 12,154. This is also
I'm
the
gonna give you mine.
Continental Divide.
Kids do not share pictures with me.
Any water that falls here goes to the Atlantic, any water that falls there goes to the Pacific. It's a regular convention up here. There were about 4 or 5 more when we first got here, including a Jeep Cherokee. Very cool. Jim, thank you so much, man.
Oh, it's great. For the
This is the view going down the other side of Tin Cup Pass. You probably can't see it here, but there's a lake way down there at the bottom. So that was about a 6-mile ride. I don't remember exactly when we left,
I don't either.
but it's 2 o'clock now, so we've been at it for quite a few hours. And Jim was saying, and I agree, usually when you're up in the high mountains, you should get down off of the peaks by noon, because the storms roll in and the thunder and lightning. This is not a good place to be. It's 2 o'clock. Clouds are starting to come in, but we're blessed with good weather today, so Now I guess we'll be headed back down, which means 6 more miles of very rough road. So Jim was just saying that it was about noon when we left St Elmo, so it took us about 2 hours to do this 6-mile climb up to Tin Cup Pass. And look at those clouds. So I see some clouds starting to dump off there in the distance, starting to rain. So we need to get out of here.
Yeah.
So now the wind's starting to blow from that storm. As soon as that happened, boy, it's cold up here. As soon as we go down that way, we'll be sheltered from the wind, so we'll be good. We might still get rained on. Headed down. Starting to rain, and we're just getting back into St Elmo. So now it's starting to rain pretty heavy just as we come through St Elmo. We've got a windshield and a ceiling, a roof, but open sides. Fortunately, I'm wearing my Gore-Tex rain jacket. And there's a UPS truck. So when Jim said he wanted to go riding again today, he didn't tell me anything about where we were going. He just said it's a little rougher than yesterday. Okay. I had no idea we were. I had no idea we were climbing Tin Cup Pass.
Tin Cup Pass.
Up
That's
above
cool.
Timberline. It was absolutely amazing. Now the trail was really rough, and I was like,
Yeah.
that was a little difficult
Yeah.
compared to yesterday.
Yeah.
But
Yesterday was just a warm up to make sure
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
could stay inside the vehicle at all
oh,
times.
right. Okay.
That's
well,
true.
Today we put the doors on. So yesterday we didn't have doors. So I love being above Timberline, but somehow we were above Timberline when we went over Monarch Pass the other day. Somehow it's different when there's no paved roads up there, and you get there rugged,
Yeah.
And I saw so much about the culture of four-wheelers. I mean, everybody that we passed not only waved but stopped to chat and talked about a moose they saw up there, and there's a neat little signals that I didn't even know about. When you pass somebody, they hold up a number of fingers of how many people are behind
Trail
them.
etiquette.
That's so cool.
they'll say, there's nobody behind me, or there's 3 people behind me, so
You know who's coming.
Yeah, it was just so cool.
Yeah.
I just thoroughly enjoyed it. And also the ghost town that we went to, St Elmo. What did you think of that?
Oh, I thought it was fascinating. And to have people living in some of those really old houses, and the smell of that beautiful old wood, and I thought it was a great little town. I mean, and the little row of houses, it was so cool
Yeah.
and beautiful up there.
And that
Oh.
picturesque little valley. I know. Yeah.
So we've been with them now for several days, and
Plus 40 some years.
plus 40 some years. Yeah, we met in the early 80s when I was at UNC Greeley, University of Northern Colorado. There's a rumor that there's another UNC somewhere in the East Coast, but that hasn't been
No,
confirmed.
not
No.
Couldn't be.
So anyway, we've known each other since the early 80s, and we haven't seen each other for a long time, so it's just really blessed to share with you guys again.
Yeah.
Well, we sure enjoyed you guys.
We've been so blessed to be able to spend time like this with you, and at our home too, earlier.
Yeah, we stayed with them when we were in Colorado Springs for her
50th.
high school reunion.
50th reunion, yeah.
Yep. So,
It's just amazing how many
been
years can go
wonderful.
by, and when you get back together, it's like no time passed.
None at all.
Just
Pick up right where you left off.
exactly, yes. It has been amazing.
so,
Yeah, way cool.
so we're leaving tomorrow,
I know.
off to another adventure, but we do have other friends that we're going to be seeing when we
Yes,
leave here.
and that's cool too.
That we also haven't seen in a long, long time.
Yes.
So,
Catching up with a lot of people. That's good.
that's right.
And a lot of my
time.
yes, and a lot of my
Thanks.
relatives.
So,
Yeah.
anyway,
Wonderful.
I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the riding and the four-wheeling. And St Elmo, very cool. So thanks for watching.
You live simple.
Live free. You be blessed. We'll
Love
see you
you
next
guys.
time.
Bye bye.
He's good. I know. Yes. So yummy. So yummy. Too bad you don't like shrimp, Joe. Just leaves more for me.
I'm okay with that.
Look at him enjoying that grilled hamburger.